Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the show this evening is the one and only Albert and Robert. Evening, Albert.
Evening, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Your good self?
I'm fantastic. Fantastic, mate.
Evening, Robert.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Albert. Good to hear you both well. Looking forward to the discussion tonight.
Evening,
Robert.
Robert.
Aren't we, Albert?
Oh, aye, definitely. Takes a lot to get us done. Rangers getting beat all day every time, right? You know?
Right, mate. Albert.
Yep.
We're moving into Bertie called it squeaky bum time. That's on Sunday, mate.
Business end of the season. Business end of the season. Started last Sunday for me. League started last Sunday, so we're ahead now. We're up and running, mate. So next 11 games ago, that'll do me. Just one at a time. This is where you put the old foot to the metal, as they say.
Aye. Robert, it's exciting, yeah?
It certainly is, mate. It's been such a whirlwind of a season, not just for us, but for the whole of Scottish football in general, to be honest, mate. But as Albert says, it's a business end of the season now. This is the games where you can slip up and there's not many games left, or you capitalise on mistakes from others. So we need to be confident and focused on every game that's ahead now, mate. Starting, as you say, Sunday away to Livingston.
Aye. I get it, mate. I'm with you about one game at a time, but I maybe thought we could maybe look at the fixtures, mate, and see how it's going to pan out. What's your thoughts, Albert?
It's wire in me. Whether I pass comment on is another thing, but you wire in.
I know it's still your thing, mate. I know it's still your thing. I'll poke you, mate. I'll poke you. You know that. Right, but before we can get on with the show, I think it's only right we start getting a step ahead for Danny Rowe, how we're going to be maybe lining up at the weekend. So we'll hear the first part for Danny Rowe, and then we can start debating how we think things are shaping up. Yes?
Yep,
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear for our gaffer, Danny Rowe.
Danny, how's the squad looking injury-wise heading into Sunday?
Yeah, we have to change some players. Not why I want to, I have to. We have small injuries, but I cannot go too much in details today. Who is it? But you will see, I think, on Sunday.
How is Derek Cornelius and his recovery going?
Yeah, he started yesterday with the first session with the team. Not everything, but part of the session was a good step. I think in the next 2 weeks we make a step forwards.
We learned the news yesterday that John Souttar's extended his contract at the club. How pleased are you to get that done?
Yeah, I think it's important that we have also leaders to continue with them. John did a good job so far. I think not just on the pitch, also off the pitch. He lead the group. For me, it's important to have a core together, to building up something around. And I'm very happy that we continue our way.
I feel like it could be a real exciting end to the season for him. Lots to play for domestically, and then the carrot of a potential World Cup place with Scotland as well.
Yeah, hopefully it will be a great summer for him. I think finish our season very strong here would be fantastic, and then to go to a World Cup, I think this is always special. I must say also the World Cup in USA, Canada, I think this is a nice place for a player to go there. Good stadiums, good atmosphere will be a great experience for him.
How much positivity do you feel the squad took from the win at the weekend, and is the most important thing just keeping that momentum up going into another tough game on Sunday? Yeah,
general, you have to go from game to game. I think the last couple of weeks was fantastic, but I think it was a good statement on the weekend. I think also to come back after these 2 times, the small setbacks if you want with the conceded goals. The atmosphere is good. I think straight after the game, match day +1 training was good. Even the player didn't play. They were very motivated, hungry to train. And yesterday, a good training session. We have to continue. We have to keep our intensity. I think this is crucial. I think it's nearly the first week since I'm here to have a normal week, if you want. It's a different rhythm, but it's important that we keep our intensity in the training, but also to give them a little bit of rest for the mindset, and we did so far. I felt really well. We are good prepared, but we know, in these games now, you have to take your homework. You have to take a win, because otherwise it makes no sense to win the game before.
Danny, last week you spoke about Yusuf and you said big players scoring big games. Obviously last week was a huge game, but I suppose we're at this stage in the running with 11 games to go. They're all important. So does Yusuf have to, as much as it was great last weekend, does he have to start scoring on a more regular basis in more games?
Yeah, of course, as a striker you always want to score. I think he always tried to score. He comes in fantastic situations also before. I think this was always for me very important that he has these moments, and now it's about be clinical. I think against Hearts he had a fantastic day. That was really outstanding. Also good assist before. Yeah, and I think back to the cross ball from Scoff, for example. I think that was great to see. And now it's also about in these games. I think in the second half of the season you cannot speak about small games. Every game is important because it's after this game it's less games to go, and I think this is what we have to understand. Not just Yusuf, it's general a big part now.
What's the difference, do you think, having Ryan up alongside him will make to Yusuf's game? Do you think that they are a partnership that can grow together?
Yeah, Ryan, I think you see it in the training. I said to him, he is a little bit like Thomas Müller. Sometimes you don't know how, but he is doing the right things. I think this is it's great. To play with two strikers in front helps as well. It will be not always the shape, but I think it was good. We had our wingers in good position as well. Ryan is very present, I think, against the ball, very sharp, with a good intensity, wins a lot of balls and gives us a good structure, and in the box he is always in the right moments, and it gives a little bit more time for the other striker. I think this is the advantage from two strikers in front.
Can I just ask how the mindset of the team was affected, if it was at all, by what happened at Rugby Park just before your game kicked off? Obviously Celtic scoring very late on, and just how that might impact this weekend. Obviously Hearts playing before they've got the chance to put the pressure on again.
Yeah, I think general, I will lying when I will say you focus just on your game before this, but of course it was present. I think what I heard so far also around us in the boxes, I think everyone was surprised about the result, but this is football. I had the feeling the game will finish like this because it was normal. For me it was more about our reaction. I think that was really strong. If you want and you look back to the whole day, the first result, you think, after 2-0 it could be a different one, then you go 1-0 down and you always come back, and finally we could close the gap to just 2 points, and this is great, but not more. We have to take more points until the end of the season now, and it's on.
Just on the title race, Danny, what do you think it's going to come down to? The players, the team that handles the pressure best?
Yeah, I think everything. It's, of course, I think the mindset, I can just speak for our players, this is completely there. I think when you beat Celtic away and you beat then Hearts away, this is not so bad. It's now about these games where you think you have to win, to take the 3 points. I think this is crucial. If you want, you can compare maybe the similar situation on the weekend, Arsenal-Wolverhampton. Everyone will think, this is an easy win, but even in these games, the teams down, they have sometimes not so much to lose against these teams, against us, and they try everything, and it's very important that we go serious. But I feel this at the moment, there's no doubt. Also the training session yesterday, there was 100% focus on the next action, and it was good to see that nobody is lazy. Everyone wants to be part of the group. I think this is also good. Have the challenge in the starting 11, have the challenge to be in the squad, and it helps massive.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Thanks for that, Fox. Well, it looks as if we've picked up a few knocks. I don't suppose it's uncommon in a hectic game played in February. And slightly heavy part, I suppose, but no step for a hint. A lot of speculation, Robert, but no step for a hint for a gaffer.
No, there's certainly not, mate. I think he's learned over the past few weeks that things can change between a press conference and a game. You know, go back to last week at Motherwell, when things kind of sort of turned after he gave information. So he's keeping his cards close to his chest, as you say. A lot of speculation out there on who the players are, and obviously one of the players named, you probably wouldn't be surprised at.
Aye. Just a game, Albert, just a game. Docs, isn't it? Part of it, unfortunately.
Aye, I don't know if it was Knox, mate. He never really said Knox. What he actually said was he might not be able to pick players.
Can he play in that pitch?
I might be, might very well be, but I think he's talking more about the medical brigade again, saying they've indicated that you might not have certain players available to him. So that's what I'm taking. It might be Knox, but he never actually said Knox. He just said, apart from Cornelius and Barron, but apart from them two, he's saying that he might not have players available. You need to wait and see. So I think it's pretty certain he's not got players available. But the reason he's not telling you who it is, he's not wanting Livingston to have a limited choice of how we're going to play. He wants them to think, we don't know how they're going to play. We don't know what formation they're going to be, who's going to be playing. So they've got to train all week for all eventualities instead of giving them something just to focus on a particular system. Again, smart, mate. It's smart. It's common sense in it if you think about it. Why give your opposition a step for a hint? It's.
You would have said that everybody's fit and ready to go. Was that what you would have said? Being the Fox at you?
Aye. Just lied, mate. We've been up against that nonsense for years, mate. We've heard it all before. There's nothing new in football, mate. Nothing's going to be said that's new in football that you've not heard before. So, aye, just don't tell them. Just lie. It's that clown, but that clown that keeps talking about the mob across the city. He annoys me enough. I'd ban that trumpet.
He bans everybody, but they'd be there.
Aye, well, only Rangers supporters.
A one-man show.
I tell you, every single Rangers press conference, he brings that mob across the city up. Every time, mate. No, sometimes, every time. I just sit and wait for it now. There's this clown with his scummy question again. He does it all the time, mate. I bet you nobody brings up Rangers in their press conference.
Don't they, mate? They're not experts.
Oh, true enough, mate. True enough.
I can't understand all better. I mean, I'm not as smart as you know, yeah?
Here we go. Smoke's getting blown up my ring piece here for a reason. Or am I getting set up here, Robert?
Well, we're both a lot smarter than you, Robert. Right, so.
I'm not arguing that.
I'll argue for you.
You know, you're a really bright, articulate, switched on filler, Albert.
Oh, that's right. Here we go.
So
you want me to agree or disagree with that?
I want you to help me out, mate. Because you're cunning and I'm no, yeah?
Go for it.
Well, if a team want to have a boycott, how do they want so many tickets for a game? I can't understand it, mate. I'm struggling.
It's the usual, because they want to see the Rangers.
I never thought of that, mate. I never thought of that. See, that's the difference between him and me, Robert.
I was thinking the same as him, swimming his side here.
They never felt their ground. We weren't in the league, mate. They couldn't feel their ground, but as soon as we were in the league and turned up, they felt their ground. So it's got to be they want to see the Rangers. Was it Rangers supporters, a lot of them, mate? They just don't want to admit it.
See, he's definitely more cunning than me, Robert. I would never thought. That never crossed my mind.
Aye, certainly. That's his way of thinking.
No.
And he's not going to change. He's always been like that.
Mere mortals wouldn't have thought of that, know what I mean?
No, I'm going to think so. Yeah, I'm drinking my beer now, don't interrupt me.
Sorry about that. Oh dear. Go to laugh, ain't you? You've got to laugh. They don't do irony in that mob, do they, Robert?
Oh, no. They tend not to. As you said, though, you're boycotting your own games, and then as soon as there's more tickets available, they're always scrambling to get there just to see Rangers. More tears for the jar. That's what I say.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. By the way, what were that stat of there? 2004 since I've won a knockout, no a qualifier, a knockout European tie.
Oh, dear.
22 years ago, mate.
Oh, no. That was his short trousers. It's
I
fabulous,
don't even know if I was about then.
It's fabulous, isn't it? The utter garbage they talk about that club, man. It's utter garbage.
Anyway.
They'll this, that, and the next thing. But anyway.
22 years, Robert.
23.
Aye, but they went toe to toe with Bayern Munich, remember? So we've got to give something.
I've thought about that. I've really thought about that, right? So what I've decided, mate, because of that, right? Because of that, when you go toe to toe and you do really well against a team in a one-off tie, whatever you want to call it, we should actually, everybody should get together and we should award Dundee the Scottish Cup. So when somebody goes toe to toe with somebody again, but gets knocked out, it means that they get the cup. What do you think?
Aye. Oh, definitely, mate. It's the logic of it, isn't it?
Aye.
We win that.
Aye. Is that right? What do you think, Robert?
The toe to toe cup. Aye, it's got a ring to it, mate.
Aye. Just get Dundee, yeah?
Just get them.
Is that because you want to see Scott Wright with a winner's medal?
I just like seeing Scott Wright.
Likes to see Scott Wright no playing for us.
So sit next to us. Are you happy to be sitting next to Scott Wright? I says I'm happy to sit here and I'm watching them.
Very happy.
Oh dear. No, nothing against Scott Wright, by the way. Smashing fella. Right, listen, we digress, mate. So then they should get the Scottish Cup. Just forget about everything else. Yeah, because they went toe to toe with somebody, that counts, doesn't it? That makes you the winners, doesn't it?
That is. Definitely you got a corner kick or a shy one time during the game, so that'll do. That's enough.
Right, we'll hear the second part of the interview, and then hopefully we get some people to come in and see what they think the team's going to be against Livingston. And we'll keep building up with the game, and we'll see how we think they maybe line up. And there might be a couple of snippets in here. I wonder if somebody will get mentioned. Just intrigued to see. Let's hear from Danny Rowe.
Just on the injuries, Danny, are they all short-term injuries or are there any long-term ones?
Yeah, the one, what is short versus long, I think it's one player will be 2 to 3 weeks, and the other one, doubtful for Sunday. We have to make a decision. Let's see, could be two or three changes for the weekend.
How much does the pitch through at Livingston impact your decisions? Do you have to be mindful and careful with some players given the surface there?
Yeah, I think this is also a part where we have to look. I think that influence as well the decision. But yeah, general, both teams has to play on this. We have a lot of players that have experience on this pitch as well. I will not look for the excuses or something like this. We have to take it. I think we did well in Kilmarnock on the pitch, and I think we have to do the same on Sunday.
How close is Conor Barron to being back involved?
I think next week he could be in the part of the training session, and then it looks good. He push. hopefully it goes everything well now, then maybe in 2-3 weeks as well, like Derek.
For all the successes you've had as a coach and everything that you've done as a coach, what would it mean to you, for manager in your own right, your team to go on and win the title this season?
Oh, it's a big question. I think that means a lot for me, but more important is for the club, for my players. I think it shows that we made a lot of good decisions in the past, but for this we have to go, and this is crucial. I totally believe we can do it, really. Not just about the last results, but it's about, again, we will show again in which part we are. There's no doubt about our strength of the squad now, of the individual players. There should be no question mark, but football is football. It's all about 11 against 11 and 90 minutes, and in one game everything is possible. We have to do it's very serious, very aggressive, good front foot defending, great chances, and then we will see where we are after the game. Could be again a good day for us, a good weekend, but for this we have to invest again a lot of good things.
Danny, do you now look at the squad and see winners who you think believe they will win the title now, which maybe I guess wasn't the case when you came in the opening days and weeks?
General, I think this question we will have now in the next 3 months a lot. After every result we will think, maybe could be this team, could be this team. I'm totally convinced that it's now about consistency, who takes the most points until the split. I think this is also part. You have to prepare the final 5 games then with the next 6 games. If you do well, then you have a great opportunity, and in the final 5 games I think everything is possible. You have the teams around you. That's crucial now. I think this is just 3 points now. It's massive because you can really decide it's 2, 5 or 8 points, and 2 points helps, and it looks at the moment good, but we are still not on the first position, we are still on the second position.
You mentioned Skov Olsen there and his assist. Do you feel that he's now beginning to get back to the level? He obviously hadn't played a lot of football before coming to the club.
I think step by step, I think this is a little bit this what I thought when we signed him. We see something in him, we see the quality, we see the technical ability, we see decision making, but it was all about give the player the right rhythm, and then you put him on. I think this is for me a big one. When you bring new players in, we know we are very demanding as a club, and especially the first impression is very important. If you have a good first impression, then it's much easier to play with this shirt, because then you have the confidence, and it was for me in the last 4 weeks really crucial to give the players the right opportunity to start to score, have good moments for the new signings.
And just on that in general, I mean, the recruitment is something that had been criticised at the club, but the January signings have all made an impact. Tour's come undone really well. Taught you who we're going to speak to has made an impact. Just how pleasing is that? Because it was crucial to get the right players in at the right time.
Yeah, I think general. If you ask me today, and hopefully you will agree, we signed Manny Fernandes in the summer. Looks not so bad. I think, after the Hearts game we can speak about Yusuf. In 2 big games he scored. Looks not so bad. We should not forget Jaden played over weeks by weeks, always consistently on a good level. And I could continue. And now in the January we added some players with the physical profile what we need. We see players they can handle the pressure in a difficult moment as well. And all the 4 signings at the minute, I'm very happy, and there's still space for improvement. But all the 4 players gives us exactly what we needed.
While you are sitting listening on your own, why not take part and give us a phone? We would love to hear your points of view, so get off your bum and call 0141 356 1972.
Thanks for that, Mr. Fox. I want to take that backwards when he talks about the players that's come into the club. He pretty much said what we've been saying on here, Albert, and Robert can chip in after you, mate. Physicality, yeah. Didn't he shy away from that? Eh?
No, I mean, it's obvious, wasn't it? It's obvious that we needed physicality. And there was no use bringing in more midgets. That wasn't going to be the solution to some of our problems. Not all of our problems, obviously, but you did. They've made a difference. I know certain people out there don't think they've made a difference, but I think they've made a huge difference, mate. The standard has definitely went up. We're not playing brilliant football at the moment, but the standard has definitely went up. You can see it, and the physicality has especially went up because none of the three of them are midgets. I mean, let's be honest. I think the smallest one's 6 feet. So it sounds crazy if you talk this way. Oh, they're 6 feet, they're 6'4", and all this carry on. Because the one time you didn't want big lumps in your team and all that. But Scotland is a physical league. There's no get away from it, mate. And if you've not got the physicality in your team, you're going to suffer just with that in itself. No any great standard of football, technical ability, but just the sheer presence of players. I mean, St Mirren, Motherwell, and all them. Motherwell playing good football, but St Mirren and Aberdeen, they've got big players. Dundee, Hibs, all got big players, mate. And it's a physical presence. I've said it for long enough. We look like midgets on the team. We all said it. You don't need to be an expert to see that. Getting pushed off the ball way too easy. So we had to address it. We did address it. So we'll get quite a tall team now, quite a physical team. They definitely look the part. I'll give them that.
Robert, any take on it, mate?
It's obviously something that he's noticed when he first came in, Ox, that it was quite a thing that was lacking, the height and stature of players. And then he's obviously noticed it when the games he's played as well, we're out-muscled and shoved off the ball far too easy. We're not great in both boxes defensively or attacking with the presence that we had. So he's obviously went and addressed it. And the players that have came in, you've seen some more than others. Some have kind of contributed more than others already, but they all look like they're fitting in well. And I don't think he's just building a physical side just for Scottish football. I think he's looking at Europe as well, the bigger picture, and getting a young team as well, Ox. The guys that came in, they're young, they're physical, they're strong, they're tall in stature. So it's certainly the markers of the profiles he said that he wants to go down. And if that's the kind of signings we're going to do, then come the summertime, when we know we need to fix out our defence, given the contract situations and the loan deals, then we can expect to have some strong, powerful players in defence.
People are saying, the January ones have no contributed. 3 out of the 4 have scored.
Aye. Spot on. Olsen scored. I mean, the big guy scored in his first 2 games. Got one chopped off, didn't he? Took shit, didn't he?
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this they've no contributed nonsense that you get. You're talking about. But it's everybody's coming out with some mental stuff now, mate. I mean, a lot of people's bottles are starting to go as well. I mean, they're talking about the team and talking about the running. Now's the time you hold your nerve. Now's the time to show what you've got in it. It's a case of. I mean, I listened to Boyd the other day. They're talking about you need to be 5 points clear by the time the split comes. About such nonsense in all your life, by the way. It's absolute crap. That's just somebody that wants to be right. He can't be wrong saying things like that. I mean, if he gets we get the split and we're 5 points clear and we're going to win the league. Oh, look, I told you. If we get to the split and we're no 5 points clear and we don't win the league, see, I told you. He's right no matter what way it goes. See that and go, just come out with just one game at a time. Let's just concentrate on one game at a time.
You spend too much time. You spend too much time arguing with women, mate.
I know, mate. It's their logic. It's good.
You can't win, mate. You can't win.
No, you just can't, mate. Just there's no point in trying. You just cannot win. But it's this so-called experts and all that, and people shouting we should be doing this and we should. It's nonsense. Nobody knows how it's going. Nobody can foresee the results coming. We all know that there's team going to get plenty of extra time. We know that. That's a fact. That's going to happen, mate. We know that. That's there. And they're not get MD sent off. We know that's another fact. You know what I mean? So, and probably get very few players booked. So these are facts, you know that. But the rest is all speculation, mate. Who knows? It's football. It shouldn't be predictable. No sport should be. It's the excitement, the uncertainty that makes sport so interesting.
Yeah. Was he complimentary about the previous signings as well, Robert? Fernandes, Chamite, Jayden, etc.
I think he is, but a lot of it is obviously based on how these players have performed since he's come in, because a lot of them were obviously written off, and the jury was decided that the players weren't up to it. They were not good enough. They were too young. They were not experienced enough. But under Danny Rule, they've certainly improved a lot. As you said, Chamite's scored goals. His performances have been impressive since probably the Parkhead game. Just before that as well, he played very well against St Mirren without scoring. Magoma has played a lot of minutes for a young boy. So, the signings right at the start before he came in, obviously there was question marks, but since he's come in the door, they've certainly turned their own individual performances around, and they've improved the squad, they've helped the squad, and they've been, most of the time, they've been all fit for their work as well, Ox, which has been a good thing. Because as you said the other night in the show, to get to this stage of the season and have only Cornelius and Barry now kind of long term, but obviously they're nearing return, which is good to hear again. Then the players that have came in the summer, they're doing their bit now, and this is a bit that really matters, as Albert said earlier. This is a business season. These signings may just prove to be the right players, but back then, just under the wrong manager.
Can we blame Russell Martin for everything, Albert?
Definitely. It's the biggest part. It's the biggest part. No, I mean, let's be honest about it. I mean, the players are the players. All these signings, you're never going to get them all right. That's just impossible. But we wrote off a lot of them just too early as well. They're starting to show something. They're not there yet. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're no world-class players or the players that you're going to go. They're going to go to do this, that, and the next thing. But they're definitely getting better. And they're not as bad as people try and make it. Any team, in the ones he was mentioning and the four that we brought in, I mean, any team in the league would have took them, mate. Let's not kid yourself on. Any team that offered them, they would take any one of them. Well, that wasn't the case at the beginning of the season. You couldn't have gave any of these players away because the manager was playing a system that didn't suit them. The manager, and they're all still trying to settle in, and he's getting them to do some just mental things. They weren't allowed to do clear the lines, for example, just boot the ball up the park. They didn't want that. Wanted to play football at all times, which is great. But it doesn't always work, mate. So if you're constantly short, you're trying to settle into a new club and you're told the one fundamental thing is don't kick the ball away. And you're going away at any time, don't kick the ball away. And that's what was happening. It was just mad. And teams knew it. And they were on us right away, closing us down right away. There were any battles all over the park. Everybody was in a battle. Nobody got time on the ball. Everybody was struggling to play any sort of football or get comfortable in a game. We weren't scoring and we were leaking goals. All bad combinations. So it's definitely down to the manager, mate. The signings, I don't know how much influence they had in the signings, mate, to be perfectly honest with you, mate. We know how much influence Thirlwell and Stewart had in the signings. I mean, that was Thirlwell's job. So he gets the blame for all the signings, good ones and bad ones. So he's going to get some credit for some of the good ones, but take all the blame for all the bad ones. That's just part of the job, mate. That goes with the territory.
I get it, mate. I get it. And I suppose the biggest enigma, if you're being honest, Robert, must be Big Chamite, isn't it?
Well, you said last season Dessers was the biggest enigma. We might have a bit of competition now with Chermity. Probably still a long way to go, but he is a player that I think he does frustrate a lot of support because, as we've said, he scored in 2 big games some good goals. His performances have improved, but then he can go through this wee spell where it's deemed not good enough again. You look at Wednesday night against Motherwell, the chance that he had with the keeper 1-on-1. You'd expect him to score. He gets slated for it because we drop 2 points, but then he becomes a match winner on the Sunday, effectively. So that is football. That is strikers. They will frustrate you. He's still got a long way to go. Obviously, where he is at the minute to where he wants to be and where we think he should be. But as long as he keeps going in goals, I mean, if he scores between 7 and 10 goals between now and the end of the season, it's probably a decent return, if you're honest. But you'd expect him to kick on later on in next season as well. And he's still young as well. I know people put that down to a lot of things and label players as they're young. And sometimes it can get compared to, look at Mikey Moore, he's young, but he's a level above. But you think of the kind of background he's had at Spurs, the development there, playing first team. Chermiti didn't really have that at Everton. So there's different backgrounds, but he's certainly a player that I think will consistently frustrate fans. But if he's scoring goals, mate, he's doing his job.
Aye. Listen, mate, I've got a bit of time for the big Chermiti, and I'll tell you why. Right, I'll tell you why, and I include myself in this criticism. That, but up to maybe goes for as November. Well, that boy shouldn't be playing in our first team. I think it was a general consensus. And maybe up to October, we were thinking, why have we got Mikey Moore? He ain't any better than Finlay Curtis. But the two of them, as young men, have had a bit between their teeth. And Chermiti wasn't the most popular. Got his goal. Was it Commander? I can't remember now. I've not checked it, but the one that sort of hit the goal when we were in. So that was his first goal.
Commander guy.
What was that?
Commander guy. Keep him in the howler.
Aye, got his goal and then obviously got that double at their place. And look, he still gets something. I mean, even at the weekend there, he still managed to score a hat trick and have a fresh air kick. You know, but he's there's definitely something there we can see that we couldn't see in October. Mikey Moore has had some fantastic games, and I'll be honest, I'd be up to October. And I thought, well, why begin this boy a chance? Why don't we play one of our own? Why don't we look at young Finlay have their minutes? You know, but what do I know all about?
What is there? Any of them? We're all the same one. We're all critics. We're critiquing game by game, remember. We don't see that what at training and what they're doing. We don't see them the whole team. We only see the game time. We see, and what we see. That's. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're all being critics. So you can't just be brilliant all the time. But you definitely see these young boys have got something about them. There definitely was something about them. Now, if they got a winning mentality, if they got the ability to go and win, that's it. Well, the test is there for them to prove yes or no. But definitely think has proven a lot of people wrong because he's definitely got something. You can't argue that point. He's definitely got something.
You're talking about somebody with something. Ross has joined us. Evening, Ross.
All right, brothers. What's happening?
How are you, mate? What's on your mind?
Looking forward to Sunday again. What are you thinking for Sunday? What are you thinking?
Rangers to win both halves and then win by at least 3 goals. That's what I'm thinking. Robert.
Comfortable victory, if I'm being honest. Ross, good to hear from you, mate. Comfortable victory. But it's one of these games, though. Livingston, they're fighting for their lives, so they'll be well up for it. They've put in a good performance against them across the city. Unfortunate not to come away with a point. And last weekend, they came back from 2 down against Dundee to 2 each. So they're scrapping. They're the games where you can't take your eye off the ball, but I still expect a comfortable victory, mate.
No, I'm the same, brother. I'm the same. Robert, hope we get away with the victory.
I don't think you've been fair there, Robert. I really don't, mate.
What part?
Well, the Deer just went head to head with the greatest team in the world, and they should get this without celebrating the Scottish Cup victory. Yeah.
True.
They were tired. You know, you've got to take all these things into account, all there, haven't you? If you go head to head, do you know what I mean?
Oh, aye, definitely count. All the head-to-heads count in certain people's world, anyway.
I just hope
Carry on, Ross.
I just hope we win Sunday, then we go to next week, and we win next week. Next week is a big game to worry about.
Well, it doesn't. No such a big game if we don't win this week, mate. So you've got to get that one out the way first.
Aye. But you think, Robert?
One game at a time, mate. Obviously, a lot of people's eyes will be on the double header, of course, because it's a fixture you look at, and you always look for it in the calendar. And having back to back at Ibrox, everybody's going to be up for it and excited. You can really derail their season and promote your season, but it is one game at a time. And these fixtures, you can never take anything as guaranteed. But we'll focus more on that next week, mate. Just get Livingston, get the 3 points, and then we can look ahead.
Aye, but we just need these boys to sing their hearts out on Sunday. Let us be heard. Let the boys hear us on Sunday.
Well, I think we'll get 3/4 of the stadium, mate, so it'll be like a home game, all bit.
It usually is, isn't it? It's usually that. It's Sundays. I mean, we're kidding ourselves on. I think we're going up here to stroll this. It's going to be a battle. We know what we're getting. It's a battle on a tricky surface. I know people say it doesn't matter. The surface does matter. It does matter. You can kid ourselves on that they've not got an advantage with that surface, but they have. All teams that play in plastic pitches have. So it's going to be a battle. Myself, I think it'll be 2-0. That'll do me nicely, mate. A comfortable 2-0 will do me nicely. As long as we compete, mate, as long as we win the battle, we'll be fine. But we can't put performances in that's half-hearted. It's got to be full throttle. Next week will take care of next week, but this week is important. First game first.
What about Davy? How's he? Hadn't heard Davy for a while.
The last I heard, he was away. Seen me at Glasgow Airport with a case and a window cleaner, mate.
No, well, that's say something, isn't it? He'll have his boxer. What do you call them? Maltesers. He'll be 2 boxes of Maltesers packed in all.
Aye, the window cleaner. I think the guy had just finished his round in Paisley, Davy. Aye, Davy's all right, mate.
If you're listening to us, Davy, all right, brother, no surrender. We are the people.
Cheers, Ross.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, mate.
What a man. Robert?
It's always good to hear Ross. He's always upbeat and he's always excited to talk about Rangers and obviously looking forward to the game on Sunday. But I think his eyes are obviously on the 2 games after it as well. But it's going to be an interesting, exciting 3 weeks ahead, mate.
I get it, but I keep getting told by this guy, he's on my case all the time. Don't look too far ahead, and he's really getting me tight. I'm not allowed to speculate. I'm not allowed to accumulate. I'm not allowed to look into the future. Albert?
Aye, quite right. Whoever's saying that to you is a wise man, I'll tell you. Who is it saying that to you? Well, listen, the bottom line is, none of this matters. 10 games, 11 games to go. None of this matters if you don't get it right on Sunday. And we all know this. It's not like we're saying this stuff that people don't know. It's easy to get getting excited about the glamourtising, looking way ahead, and we need this amount of points before this break, and we need that. All this nonsense. The big games against them. It will take care of itself if you do it right. If you don't do it right, well, you're just wasting my time here, because it'll get to the stage you'll go, oh, what happened there? What happened there is you took your eye off the ball. It's as simple as that, mate. And we've done it before. Let's not kid ourselves on here. You get too far ahead of yourself. We all just calm down. Livingston. How do we beat Livingston on Sunday? What's it going to take to beat Livingston on Sunday? Next week's next week. I'm worrying about Sunday. I want us to battle on Sunday and get the 3 points. Most important, mate. Very, very important. That's the basis of winning leagues. This is how you win leagues. We've went that long without winning leagues consistently that we're forgetting how to do it.
Aye. And you win. It's pressure, man. It's pressure, man. on other teams, mate. But you've got to keep winning, mate. Everybody will be saying the same thing. It's in our hands. It's in our hands, and it is. It's the way the arithmetic is, So, but we just have to win on Sunday. Winning on Sunday. Right. So, look, Robert, you're a man of a serial poster on social media. The talk was I was picking up that people don't think Sterling will be playing, and maybe big nerdery. That's who they think. Now, Sterling, I think it might be the pitch. Somebody else mentioned Chermiti because he thought they seen him hobbling at the end of the game. But it's pure speculation. But we'll assume that 2 out of the 3 might not make it. Would that be fair?
I think that would be fair, mate. As you said, it's a lot of speculation, and Sterling's name is the one that's popping up quite a lot, particularly for the 2 to 3 weeks, rather than being the doubt for Sunday. So if that is the case, mate, I think it's not the pitch, because if he has 2 to 3, he's obviously picked something up again from his injury that he got recently, which I think is a frustration for us all, as well as Sterling, because he's been kind of barred with injuries throughout his whole career, to be honest with you, at Rangers, mate. But I think the pitch maybe plays into the possibly in the Deary camp, unless he's had a wee twinge somewhere. But I think you're right. 2 out of 3 would probably be my guess as well.
Anyway, we've been joined by Josh. Evening, Josh. Albert.
Good evening, lads. You all right? I had myself on mute. Sorry about that.
The official term is you're doing a bridge, man.
How you doing, Josh?
I'm all right. I was just came out of hospital yesterday, and I got the all clear for that stomach cancer. So that's a relief for me. So I'm happy with that. I've just to get a 6-month go every 6 months to the hospital just to get scans and stuff. So that's a relief, so I can concentrate on family, work, and Rangers.
Living your life, Josh. Living your life. Listen, well done, mate. I know it must have been very difficult for you, emotionally, physically, and mentally, mate. And all the best for everybody here at Rangers Radio, mate. And I hope everything works for you going forward, and you can cure that hiccup, mate. How are you feeling about your team, mate?
I said, I remember, if you remember me, right at the start of the season, I said I was very, very positive, and I said it was the worst Celtic team that I've ever seen in my life, and I stick by that. I heard Albert saying don't get ahead of yourself, but it's a wee bit difficult when you've got a manager that is, if he was in the job right at the start, instead of that clown Russell Martin, we would have been miles clear in the league. I have no doubt about that.
Did they not use the same argument about their big nonsense?
I think they did, but I'm not here to talk about them. I'm not interested in them. I'm here to talk about Rangers. What they do, if they want Coco the Clown, they can have Coco the Clown as long as we play good football and the players know to put on a performance and get us 3 points, because there's a league to get one here now. I think we'll dispatch Livingston. I'm a confident person. I backed Rangers when they were 10th under that clown Russell Martin. 12-1 Rangers were, and we couldn't get a win. We couldn't buy a win off them. Remember, Motherwell made us look as if we were playing Barcelona, and we weren't. It was Motherwell. They played us off the park with that clown, because he played the wrong formation and everything. And the stress levels went when this guy came in, Danny Rowe. I mean, he's a young guy, but what experience he's got, and that experience he's coming out. He never gets agitated on the touchline or nothing. It just lets the players get on with it and gives them a wee pat in the back when they're going on for a substitute. shakes everybody's horn, and it must be brilliant now for the players to play for him in that dressing room. I mean, I'm overjoyed. I think he is. I think he's a guy that if I was the owners, I would get him signed up for about 3 to 5 years, because he is the man, because he's still young enough to take us and progress us to the next level, and that's what we need. A Danny Rowe. I don't want anybody else. I don't want Danny Rowe win, lose, if we fail to if we don't win the league. I would want Danny Rowe to take his own next season, because then he would know what it would take. Because Celtic are in the gutter. Hearts now will understand, and McInnes and the players and the support will understand now. One slip up and Rangers are at the top of the league. That's a psychological factor now. Whereas Hearts used to be blasé and go, oh, well, we can draw and we can lose and we're miles clear. We're no miles clear now. We played them off the park last weekend.
Well, with the City one, I was putting it in my head. You want your Danny Rowe, and it didn't sound right, Albert. So I'll not ask you that. What I'll ask you is, you see what you think Danny Rowe's done in Josh's comments, mate.
Danny Rose, he's a decent manager. He's won nothing yet, but he's a decent manager. Everybody wants him when he's winning. See what happens if there's any bumps. Come what happens, because last week when we drew against Motherwell and Hibs, there were certain people wanting him out the door, calling him for everything. You said it yourself. One day won the manager of the month. The next day is the biggest clown that's come into Rangers. It's just one of the things. It's people just losing their mind. But you can't argue. The boy knows what he's doing. He definitely knows what he's doing. I've got a lot of time for him. And he's nobody's fool, mate. He's absolutely nobody's fool. He knows exactly what he wants. He knows what kind of team he wants to build and see in the style of play. Styles. There'll not be one type style he'll play. We'll adapt to every team in the league. We'll adapt to every situation. That's what he's getting paid for. That's what I see. So I am confident, mate. Totally confident. And I agree. If you don't win the league this year, he goes again next year. As far as I'm concerned, he's doing everything to prove that he's a proper manager. And bearing in mind, he's still a rookie manager. He's no get great experience, but he's definitely got a football mind. There's no doubt about that. And he knows how to manage with people. Because you see the players, they like him. You can see it. But he's turned around. Fantastic, mate. Because we didn't think that could happen. The nonsense we were watching at the beginning of the season, that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we've had some bad managers, Cacino, these clowns, Beale, and they go on and on and on. But he took it at an all-time low. He definitely took it at an all-time low, and he got the biggest budget out of them all. But again, I don't know how much influence he had in signing players. But anyway, he didn't manage them right. Put it that way, he didn't coach them right when he had them. So no, I'm very happy with Rowe at the moment. Very, very happy.
If you're happy, I'm happy. Robert?
I think Danny Rowe's certainly a likeable guy, Josh, and it's great to hear your news, mate. Chuffed for you. I hope that's a relief off your shoulders, pal. No, listen, I think as I said, he's a nice guy, Danny Rowe. He certainly looks genuine. He's connected with the fans from the get-go. I mean, that away game in Bran, you've seen the fans reacting to him reacting back to the fans, and that's just continued every game. People will be frustrated at team selection when you drop points, but over the whole, during his time here, he's shown more than enough that he's got the tools available now with players he's brought in as well. Again, don't know how much influence he had on him. Nadiri one, he certainly sounds like he's had a lot of influence in, and we'll see how good he is over his career at the club. But he's shown more than enough for me, Josh, that I'll be disappointed if we don't get a title this season. Of course he would be, as a supporter. But I look at what he's done from the minute he came in to now. That gives me belief and confidence that if we don't go over the line this year, then you go next season and it's ours. We are the team to be chased. We are then the hunted rather than the hunter. So I like him. I like his approach. I like the way he speaks, the way he handles the media, his man management, the players. It just looks a good fit. And as you said as well, he's young. He's still learning. He's learning the standards, the expectations, but he's learning very quickly. He's also learning when he's made a mistake, how to rectify it quickly and how to change it. And I think he now knows who his players are to start games, who he can use as impact players as well, given different games. He's quickly understanding and learning, and it is an exciting future under him, I think. And I agree. I think he's got the capabilities to take us up a level because, as I said, he's shown more than enough in a short space of time that he can work with a group of players and get them performing from where they were to now. For any manager to do that is some achievement alone, and hopefully at the end of it, he gets a just reward and gets his title.
Josh?
I agree totally, and thanks very much for that kind words on my health, mate. It means a lot. Thank you very much for that. What endeared me to Danny Rowe at Bran was he took half an hour to 40 minutes, and he went right over to the fans and spoke to most of them, shook their hands and everything. I've not seen a Rangers manager doing that in years. That's the calibre of the guy. He's a young guy. You would think he was like stuck up and no give a damn, but you can see that he actually cares for our club. And every time he speaks to a media, I want to win the game. And I know what it means to the fans. That says it all for me. I absolutely love the guy. Absolutely. And then and hopefully the owners have got a bit of common sense, because this guy can raid the Bundesliga for half decent players to come to Rangers, talented young boys and experienced players, because he'll have contacts. Because let's not beat about the bush here. He done well with the German national squad. He was involved in everything with the German national squad and some of the German football in the Bundesliga. In my opinion, the best league in the world, because they know how to get things done, and this is what we're seeing. He's got this winning mentality that he's been about German football, and they don't like losing. Look at Bayern Munich.
I don't know about the best league. Maybe the fans are treated the best, and it's Bayern Munich have dominated for a long time. But look, we might get the odd gem out of Germany, like Narderi. I don't think he's the cheapest market anymore, Albert. I think they've wised up to that. Your favourite league, and nobody gets any of their players cheap anymore.
I don't think they ever did for Germany, mate. They sit and laugh at the English league. They really do, mate. Because that English league has funded that Bundesliga for the last 20 years, mate, 20 odd years. They laugh at them. I'd love to know the amount of money it's went into the German league from the English Premiership. I bet you, out of all the countries in the world, the Germans have took the most money out of that league.
Well, Tuesday, mate, get a list on. Do it.
I'm going to go through all the transfers into Germany. Or out of Germany, sorry.
Yeah, a challenge for you. You need to avoid your different colours of paper out, post-it notes, highlighters, the whole lot, mate.
I'll start you off.
Colouring book big enough. What's that?
I'll start you off, Albert. Harry Kane for Tottenham to Bayern Munich. There's number one. There you go, mate.
Rang Wayne Rooney.
Huh?
Rang Wayne
It's for
Rooney.
Germany to England.
Aye. Harry Kane no play for Bayern Munich?
He does, but
he went for Tottenham.
It's coming for a German league, a German club to an English club. It's not going for an English to German.
You stuck, Josh,
right.
you all right? Yeah. You okay?
Aye, I'm fine. Aye.
Right. I think we're going to, the tune tonight, I want to announce it, it's only right. It was number one in 2004, and it's Toxic by Britney Spears. So get yourself on mute. We're going to have a song from 22 years ago. Let's have a tune.
From Argyle, so young, to Glasgow City, they come, seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they know ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, and here's how it goes. Had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 55 titles, we're still going strong. So hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your heart and voice, celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. Start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 55 titles, we're still going strong. Start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 55 titles, we're still going strong. 55 titles, we're still going strong.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
It was nearly Toxic, Albert.
Nearly, not quite.
Oh dear. Aye. Josh, if I think back, mate, I'm trying to think back when it was, mate. It might have been about November time. You were a lot more confident than I was, and you did say you'd back. I remember you said you'd backed us at quite a heavy price, you know. Was that because you felt we could improve, or you thought the other teams weren't as good? What was your rationale at the time, if you can think back?
As you said, I've always been confident, Ox, and I've backed him at 12-1, and I've got the Rangers at 16-1 as well, way back in October and November time. You're right, and I've always been positive with Rangers because we hit rock bottom with Russell Martin. We actually hit rock bottom with everything, all the rubbish that was going on. We couldn't win a game. We were drawing. We were making teams look as if we were amateurs. like Petershill or Pollock, and it was just, and I said to myself, if we could just get a decent manager, we've got the players in the team that would be applicable to put on a performance, and I've said this for then right to the now, and I'll stick by it, and I'll stand by what I said. Hawks, Celtic, as you know, even at the start of the season, are the worst team this is the worst Celtic team that I've seen in my lifetime. They are not good, and last night proved that. Schmeichel is done as a goalkeeper. I think he's.
No, he's not done, mate. He's at least got a fortnight.
I think
come on.
He's got if you look at the Scottish Cup final, Aberdeen targeted the 5 penalties that Aberdeen scored to win the Scottish Cup in the penalty shootout. They targeted his bad shooter. They knew that his left shooter was damaged, and every goal, every penalty went in the top corner.
Gosh,
and even that.
He's got to play for at least another couple of weeks, all bear, isn't he? Come on, you've got to be fair than that.
Definitely. It's definitely. I'll go up and give a rub to get him to play, you know what I mean? Please play. I don't think he's done. I just think he's a fat, useless trumpet, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's my opinion. He's not.
You did say that, George. And you call him all bear, sorry, mate.
He's not a likeable character, is he? Really, honestly, that's Michael. And I remember his carry on in the League Cup. Remember that nonsense? The penalty kicks in there with us. Thought he was smart. I was wanting somebody just to smack him one. Just say, get back in your line out the way, you. But he had it in his head. He actually won that penalty shootout all by himself. I just think it was poor finishing for us. There were some poor penalties that day. But no, he should carry on playing.
Robert, and you come, mate.
They've got to play their best players, and that may not be for them, maybe for their team. So keep playing them. That's my say. But I think he's getting to that stage in his career where it is petering out. That's not a problem to deal with. He is a guy that's not very favourable with some of their support, given his mistakes, and at times it's been in big games. But yes, keepers make mistakes, we get it. But at the same time, when it's happening for your rivals, then let them keep happening.
Yeah. Comedy gold, mate. Comedy gold. You know, the 20. I think he's been in goals for the whole 22 years. I think so. Would that be right? That was the same manager.
Definitely, I think so. I think so.
And you come, Josh.
I think you're right. If he's known for him, then I've not got any fear of Celtic anyway next week. I think we'll beat Celtic. We've got the players. We're at home. No excuses. I mean, we're playing good. We've got a good manager. We're no dysfunctional. All right, okay. I get that Danny Rowe made a couple of bloomers against Hibs, playing the wrong team and all that kind of stuff. But these things happen. He's only normal. He's a guy, but we're still in contention. It's no disastrous. He's I mean, well, 13 points, 13 points behind, and now are only one victory away from hitting the top spot. I mean, that to me is remarkable what the guy's done in less than half a season. I mean, I've not got any worries of beating Celtic next week or the week after with the cup. But that's just me. I'm just a positive person that I know how good my team are. I know that you have to be cautious and all that kind of stuff because we might put in a bloomer. But with Romans, Chukwueze, and all these guys that are there, I mean, they're Romans to me is the next Arthur Newman. that we used to have back in the day. Chukwamani is who we need in the middle of the park, because Raskin is falling off a cliff, seemingly, in some games, and putting in stinkers. You need to put in full performances if you want my credit for 90 minutes and play for the jersey. No make hiccups, because then we're a man down. And Shamiti, I'm glad he's proved he's a big time player, going to score goals for us in big games. 2 at Celtic Park and 3 last. And Sunday there, I like a guy, and he's only going to improve. And he's a young boy, raw talent. You need to give him time, but he's scoring when it matters for us and picking up the points.
Seems to be.
Sorry.
Seems to be, mate. You know, the day 2 games stand alone, mate. Wow.
Absolutely, and we just need to give him time, let him progress. He's not even been here a season, and everybody was calling for his head. That's stupid. All right, it was maybe the price tag's too much, but hopefully he'll score no goals for us. He's made his 6 points anyway, hasn't he? He's got 6 points after 2 big rivals, supposed to be in the league. One is 3 points at Celtic Park and Skelp Hearts and at the weekend there. That'll do for me, as long as he keeps on progressing.
I think it was pretty unanimous that what have we done? I think what we've seen is potentially we get our money back, which nearly thought at the start of the season, and maybe even more. But I want players to have a long, successful career with us, but you seldom if the offer's good and the time's right, and or the manager wants to move players on, Robert. You know, but picture me, it's just been mental. Yeah, I suppose he summed up the whole season, Robert.
You probably could say that, mate, if you're going to use a player comparison to the way it's been this year. But as you say, that there has been glimpses where there is something there in him. It's trying to find out how you get it out of him consistently, whether that's as a lone striker, whether that's as a 2, whether it's just working in different aspects of his game, whether it be positioning, finishing, whatever, anything you want to kind of attribute with a striker. But he's young enough that he can learn and grow. And it could be that he just, when you think about the way the seasons went as well, Ox, the players that come in the summer, they had the whole Russell Martin escapade. Then they get a new manager. Have they really had time to really settle under something or some sort of style of play? Not really, up until these last few months. And that's maybe when you're starting to see that these players that were questioned, like Chermity, start to come to the floor because they've got a bit of consistency in the dugout as well as in their performances. So there's a lot of contributing factors surrounding how they play and how they are on the pitch.
All right, I don't know, Albert, if you've seen the news that broke yesterday about John Souttar's contract. People think it's, Junior gave John a contract. People will be big fans of Big John's. I just thought when I seen the contract, I think it made perfect sense for the club, mate. What we've done, I'm not saying that John should be my number 1 centre-half. I thought 1 year with a year's option means you're no time. We're not giving out 4 and 5 years contracts to people that are heading in their 30s, mate. So I thought the rationale of the contract, whether you think he's a man, is a different argument, Albert, but I thought the contract made sense.
Absolute sense, mate. Because it means the big man, if he's looking for a longer contract, somebody can come in and buy him. I mean, give him a 4-year contract, so he's got that. It's not just about us, but aye, makes perfect sense for us. If he doesn't want to, if he wants to stay, well, he's not staying forever. What age is Big Soutar anyway?
29 coming up for 30, mate.
Aye, right. So that's perfect. That's just perfect for us. The big man will be looking for a bit more security than that. He'll be looking for a 3 or 4 year contract. We might not get it off of us. Is it an option that we can take up or he can take up?
I've not seen the actual details. You just said an option for a second year. Yeah.
Mm. So if somebody comes in and says, look, we'll give you 4 years, and he says, oh, I'm gone. Fine, best of luck to the big man. No, I mean, I have no issues with John Suter. I don't think he's the best centre half I've ever seen, but I've no real issues with him. The reason I know is he's a Scot as well. I mean, that you have to have your portion of Scots within your squad, don't you? So that ticks a box as well. But aye, good luck to him. Good luck to him. And he signed it. It took long enough to sign it, but he signed it. I don't know what the hold up was.
Well, again,
I should have known.
We've not gave somebody a 4 or 5 year contract and then we're left in a couple of years' time wondering why did we do that. So, look, you can always get another year's extension next year and extend it for a third year. You know, that all that can be done. And it means you're not getting big economics sitting on your shoulder, Robert.
Oh, exactly, mate. As you said, I think it does make sense. Yeah, even if it was just the 2-year deal straight up, then I don't think many people would argue with that either. He's not everybody's cup of tea, as Albert says. He's not the best centre half. He's got his flaws. He's had his injury worries. I think since he's joined the club, mate, in 2022, he's missed 57 games through injury. But when he does play, and when he doesn't play, you notice a bit of a lack of leadership at times in the centre back, depending who's playing. He is a guy who'll put his body on the line as well, but he does have mistakes in him, as we've seen, obviously against Hearts, wrong side for Braga's goal. But we know we need to fix the defence come the summer. As I said earlier in the show, that there's players on loan that are going back. We know Tav's contract situation is up in the air. So he's already starting to build, and if Suter's part of that, whether he's a first choice centre back or a backup rotation, depending who he brings in, it makes sense, mate, to me as well. And as Albert says, European football, you've got to have a Scottish quota there. And I think Danny Rule mentioned that as well, that helps that fact as well. But he's somebody that understands the club and knows what's expected.
And also in talks with Nico Raskin, Josh, what did you make of that?
Firstly, Big Suter, I'm pleased. I like Big Suter because when he's not there, I just feel that there's a bit of anxiety feeling goes through my body because there's a gap missing. He always puts himself in the line. I know he gets like slated and he puts in the odd bad performance and all that kind of stuff. But I just think I'm more at peace with myself when he's there, when he's in the centre back role. Me personally, I like him. I think he gives his role. And if you asked him at the end of this season, do you want to sign on for another 2 years? I think the big man would say aye. I think he loves it here. He's happy here. Good football. He plays regular. So I don't have a problem with Big Suter. As for Raskin, I do think he needs to be a bit more focused. I think he's a wee bit too in and out. I don't know if that's to do with like Russell Martin period as well, what Robert was saying. Like there's some players that were under the scrutiny and he was one of them. Remember he wasn't playing under Russell Martin for a while. All that kind of carry on. I don't know if that still affected him, and he's just trying to get his game back to normal as the player we all think he is and should be. And hopefully, I would like Raskin to stay as well. I think he gives us something in that midfield. He's like a terrier. He's always at you and all that kind of stuff, isn't he? You've seen it at Hearts, against Hearts. But I would like Raskin to stay on. It'd be a good partnership with Shukamani in that midfield. That would be a wee bit more stronger with Raskin in it. But if he left, there'd be a massive hole. And who would we get to fill it? I don't know. But I think we need to get the defence as the most dysfunctional part in the squad. There's no clarity. And no defence, it's all loans, and that's the only flaw in the team. I think
we didn't have one lone player starting in defence last Sunday, mate.
I still think that we need to get the defence sorted
Aye,
out.
I'm not saying we don't need centre halves and that. What I'm saying is Sterling, Romans, Fernandes, and Suter, all your players.
Aye. But I meant that get rid of what Robert says, get rid of the loans or.
There has been times with Aarons, Magoma, the Jiger, and Cornelius, mate, when the four of them have been loan players. Yeah.
Aye, I agree.
Aye, I get your point. See, the Raskin one, Albert, look, I'm going to ask you this, mate, and you might have strong views in it. I think it makes perfect sense. Because if they're fishing to see what happens, and if it doesn't go, it's the ideal time to move him on. Because he's the top of his value because he's got 2 years left his contract. Yeah.
So they offered him a contract.
They're in talks. That's what the stories broke today, mate. Nothing's been said about offers, mate. Yeah.
I can't see him staying anyway, mate. What age is he? About 24?
I think about 23, 24. I'll tell you exactly what age he is. Yeah.
Because he'll be looking to further his career now. He'll see it as he's done his time here now and he'll be moving on. I don't think he'll sign it. No matter what you give him, I don't think he'll sign it.
I think they'll be fishing, mate, to see what it is, to see what protect the asset or move the asset, yeah.
Oh, definitely, mate. It's if he's going to stay, he needs to sign the contract. That's as simple as that. As we said before, no player when it gets to 2 years, everybody should get offered a contract that you want to stay, or they get sold. If they don't refuse to sign the contract, they just sell them because you can't afford any. Sorry?
He's 24, Albert. He's 24.
24. I don't think he'll stay himself. I think he'll be looking at that and saying, no, if I stay another year, 2 year up here, I'm up to 25, 26. I'm looking to go. And he's always said he wanted to play in the Premiership. He wants to play for Chelsea. That's what he did say. But he wants to play in the Premiership. So I think he'll look at that and say, no, if I don't go down the now, I'm not going to get any time to play in the Premiership. I'm going to the Premiership when I'm 28, 29, 30. He might not even get there, to be honest with you, because whoever in the Premiership signs him, they'll be wanting to make profit on him as well, especially the lower teams in the Premiership, because I don't think he's going to any of the top teams. He'll be lucky to go to a mid-table Premiership team, very lucky. Obviously, it'll be a low-level Premiership team he's going to go to, and I don't think he's going to waste any more time in Scotland, to be honest with you, mate. I think he sees himself as a better class of player than the players in Scotland.
Right.
So again, you should offer it.
Aye, because of where he is, and it just makes economic sense. When it makes football sense, is up for a whole lot of debate, mate. But they're either trying to move the asset on, in my opinion, if they think that this is a peak, or if he's not, the contract's no, they know where they stand, mate, and it's time to move him on. Yeah, arguably you've got a year to move him on, Robert, depending on where you are. But you don't want to be left with somebody getting into the last few months of their contract who is an asset above. Surely we've learned that.
You'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. My own personal opinion on it, Ox, is that economic sense more than any kind of building for the future. I think the club would want him to sign a contract with the hope that he's going to go to the World Cup, he's going to have a good tournament with Belgium, and he can play well with us. So that makes more value to him than, as you say, when he's into the final year, when you've got almost a half-cut price. So I think the club are looking at it and saying, if he signs a deal, then there's a longer contract. He's a Belgian internationalist. He's went to a World Cup. He's played well. He's playing well with us. So there's more value to his name. I think that's the only logical thing I can see there. I don't think it's in about building for the next seasons ahead.
Mm-hmm. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Listen, lads, get yourself on mute, because we're going to have Southside Super 6.
Welcome to Southside Super 6. And get ready for your weekend's fix. He finds it hard to get them right, 'cause most of the time they are shy.
Hi, And welcome to Southside Super 6 for Saturday the 21st of February. If you take 6 elections this week, they are Middlesbrough, Bolton, Peterborough, Cambridge, Notts County and Brentford all to win. You take all 6 selections, it pays 26 to 1. Good luck to everybody.
Well, you have just heard this week's picks are run out and bet like dicks. The sane amongst you will give it a miss, 'cause for years he has just been taking the piss.
At the bar last week, Robert, but usually you put £10 on. How much does it return?
Usually, nothing.
Thanks, mate.
What was the last two?
That
Notts
would have
County and
been
Brentford.
Notts County and Brentford, mate.
I clear it out.
Put on their teams.
Even you're having a go up there, old bit.
Yeah, so that's okay. We'll see what happens. See what happens with this selection. Weird ones in that, is there no? Middlesbrough. We played them at the beginning of the season.
Either second or well, it's right tight with Coventry, Middlesbrough, Ipswich. I think what we're coming into it as well, mate. Top of that league, but Middlesbrough are up there. I mean, we did say they looked no a bad side, didn't we? When we've seen them.
Oh, aye, they're on Rangers, mate. They took us to the cleaners, let's be honest about it, because I scored any time we wanted. Yeah. Russell Martin team again, remember?
Russell. Yes, Russell. Oh, dear. Has he got an hard job yet?
Aye, he's
Not
a
yet.
Johnny. It's one of the big clubs.
He might be going to
that's it.
Lomond as a diver.
Aye. Don't wish him any harm, but well, I don't know if I'd be giving him a football management job. Oh, but that's just me, Josh.
I'm with you. I don't want to see him anywhere near us again. It's just an embarrassment. To be honest, it's really embarrassing. The guy just doesn't have a clue.
Oh, no. Anyway, we've been joined by Bob J. Evening, Bob J.
Good evening, everyone. How are we all this lovely Friday night? All well, I hope.
All the better.
All the better, Oh, well, that's wonderful. Aye. Just looking forward to Sunday, guys. A difficult game on a difficult pitch with a man that really doesn't like us, that Barkley. He was one of that led the gang last year. If you remember when Big Cyril got shoved in the back in Bilbao, it was a Stonewall penalty. Well, he was bumping his gums saying it never was a penalty. So it just shows you what his sentiments are towards us. So he's the manager of Livingston this Sunday, and he'll hear him fired up, ready to get bailed on about us, and we've got to overcome it, and I think we will. I'm with the boys. I think we'll maybe get a comfort. If we play to our strengths, we'll get a comfortable victory on Sunday. But it'll not be easy. But I'm confident about it. And I'm like the rest of you, I'm really behind Danny Rowe. I think Danny Rowe's got the support behind him. He's done fantastically well. The new boys have come in. They fitted. That was a good performance last Sunday. Keep it going this week and get another 3 points. I think that sums it up. Not too bad, Oxer.
Aye, mate. Well said. Albert.
Aye, definitely, mate. It's if we turn up, we need to turn up, mate, and be prepared for the battle. That's just the way it's going to be. The pitch will throw up the battle, and it's all on its own, mate. So you just need to be aware of it and need to be ready for it. And I think if we do that, our football and our skill level will take over, mate. So aye, we don't normally look forward to going to Livingston because it's very difficult. It's a very difficult place to get us a result, but not impossible. Not impossible, mate. We've done it before and we'll do it again. But you need to be up for the fight, because I didn't know that the wee man, where's the wee man? Did he get moved up the stair at Livingston?
He's upstairs,
Aye. So I didn't know that. I thought. So it's a new manager, and like new manager bounce and all this carry on. Know what I mean, so they're desperate to stay in the league. I think every other club in the league's desperate to get them out of the league because of that smelly part. But there you go. But if we turn up and put a fight in, mate, let's be up for the fight. Fight first and foremost. If you get to win that fight, the rest will take care of itself. So you can't be half-hearted, mate. We'll be up for it. So, aye, nice, comfortable 2-0 win for me. I'll do nicely.
Robert?
Right. Sorry.
Evening, Bob. Good to hear from you, mate.
Robert, Bob.
Bob and Bob. How you doing, Bob? Good to hear from you, mate. No,
I'm
listen,
doing
I've said
all right,
earlier on in the
Robert.
show that it's one of these games where I think it will be a comfortable victory, but it's a game as well. I said earlier that Livingston obviously fighting for their lives. They'll be all in. They'll go for it because they want to try and stay in the league, as Albert says, and they want to try and climb the table and get to safety. But it's a game that we can't take our eye off the ball. You can't be complacent going into the game thinking it's won before a ball's kicked, just simply because they're bottom of the league. You've got to go and play the game and just get the 3 points. Doesn't matter how you get them. Doesn't matter how pretty a performance it is. As long as you come back with the 3 points, that's the main thing, because it's most important in every game, but more so the way the table's sitting at the minute, that any slip up from any team in the top 3 is possibly going to be capitalised on by the ones around them. So it's all down to us, mate. Focus on ourselves, get the 3 points, and then we go again for the next one. Do you think the pitch, Bob, will play a factor in the way Danny Rule approaches the game in personnel and style?
Definitely. I mean, that place is famous for its pitch. Unfortunately, this league's polluted with these pitches and they're not popular. Danny Rowe, as you know, I think it was maybe as recent as yesterday, he highlighted what's happening down at Arsenal. Because everybody thought that the league was done and dusted in there in the snow. It just shows you can come unstuck against the lower teams in the league like they did against Wolves the other night. Well, we're against the Bolton team on Sunday and we've got to be up and be prepared for it. As you just explained there, Robert, like the rest of the guys, all the reasons that they're battling to sign the league under a new, and he's not exactly new, he was second in command to Martindale for a while, but he's been promoted to manager, and he'll hear them up for a fight. Like I stipulated to you, he really doesn't like us, but that's his problem. He's going to like us even less on Sunday. If he's to get the sleeves rolled up, master the fight, the open 20 minutes, get anybody it, see if we can sneak a goal, and then go for it and take it for there. And I'm sure we can beat them. No complacency, just do a professional job. That's it in my book.
Yeah. It's difficult to name the team, Robert, because we don't really know the guys that might not be selected. But if we assume that it's Stirling, is it a straight choice? Tav comes back in, mate?
I'd imagine so, mate. I'd imagine so. I think we've not seen Max Aarons for a few games as well, so I know he got the crucial winner up there the last time, strangely enough. But no, I'd expect Tav to stick in the right back, mate, if it is Sterling. I'm going to assume it is Sterling, and I wouldn't be surprised if it actually is.
Aye, or that, either that or John Suter might have tripped through his new contract all better.
Aye. I'll tell you one thing. If the players are all fit, it's the same team that started doing against Hearts for me. And I know he's saying there's 2 or 3, so we'll see. But if it's no, if this is a con or whatever, it's the same team that started. That should be the team.
Aye, I get it, mate. If they were all fit, aye. I don't disagree with you, mate. Would you play the same team if they were all fit, Josh?
I was just going to say that. Aye, I agree with Albert. The team that started against Hearts, play them. That's it. The only advantage Livingston have got to beat us is that demented park pitch. That's the only factor I bring in that they've got a chance. But if we play how we played against Hearts, focused, score the goals, we win easy. The way we're playing, and the way we demolished Hearts, I don't see any chance Livingston's got, whether they've got Marvin Bartley or anybody. I don't see them. I don't see them laying a glove in us. They'll get too much quality, and we'll know what we need today, because Falkirk play Hearts tomorrow, don't they? Falkirk play Hearts tomorrow, and that's going to be a hard game for Hearts, because Falkirk.
We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait till Sunday, mate. We know what we've got to do. We've got to win.
That's what I said, but I know we'll win on Sunday, but I just only hope. I hope Falkirk does a favour and beat Hearts tomorrow.
It does a favour, take some points off them. I get that. Aye, and it is all about winning, Bob Jeff. Yeah, just win.
Oh, that's it. To the end of the season, we've got 11 cup finals coming up, and we can win them all. We're champions, and we're cup winners. So, yeah, let's go for the Rangers. It's all there for us when we thought it wasn't. When you look at we keep retrospecting back to the start of the season, quite rightly. If we'd have been sitting fourth in that league, I think a lot of us would have been happy. But now look, they were in a totally challenging position. And didn't worry about their misgivings. Let them go on with it. That's their problems. It's up to us just to take the same attitude next Sunday against them. But we'll wait on that. We'll go this on Sunday first. Concentrate on everything. And just concentrate on the next game all the time, and we'll get there. We'll be fine, because everybody will drop points. They'll drop more points. I think Hearts will drop more points, possibly. When do they play tomorrow? They play at Tynecastle in the morning, by the way. They're at home in the morning. So it's possibly going to be Falkirk's toughest side. Done well under John McGlynn. They've gave Hearts a hard time this season. But put them in the Scottish Cup, I believe. So hopefully they can do us a turn. Well, do themselves a turn or whatever. The more we do our own turns. So it's on to us. Get the heats down on Sunday. Get bailed on about it. And get a good 2 or 3-0 win, a convincing win, and put your stamp on it. And then we'll let the rest take care of itself,
Yes, Bob. Listen, Fox is asking us, would we play the two up top? I think that depends who's fit all there. I think if they were all fit.
Aye, definitely. Sorry, mate. Aye, I definitely play two up there fit. Same as you.
Aye, I would. Robert?
Again, it depends on who the other ones potentially are injured, but it could be a game where you obviously stick with the two, and if, for talking sakes, the rumour is that Nadir is one of these players that's a doubt for Sunday. So it would be interesting to see if he brings Miovski in to stick with the two, or if he reverts to the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, whatever you want to class it as. But I would stick with the two, mate. I think we get a lot more bodies in the box, which also increases the chances. We've got fullbacks and Romans particularly that can set up goals as well. So I would stick with it as much as we could, mate. Obviously there will be changes, but obviously we don't know who and where that's going to be. Who's the players, Ox, and the rest of the guys? Who's the players that you hope it's not injured?
Oh. That's not trying to choose your favourite kid, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Probably you're kind of light in the midfield, personnel wise. So none of the midfielders, I suppose. Where could you afford injuries? I suppose the centre forwards you can afford because you get 3 of them. The fullbacks, you're probably well covered with the fullbacks, so you could afford the fullback being injured. So the midfield, any of the midfield, mate, I wouldn't want injured.
We've obviously got a lot of bodies in there, have we? You know, good to hear that Conor Barron and Cornelius, for the team's sake, are starting to train again. But we'll find out on Sunday, and stranger things have happened. Would you change the setup, Josh? Would you go again with the exact same with the two up front? What's your rationale, brah?
I'd play the two up front, but we just have to wait and see, as all Bear and Robert said. Just wait and see who. But I wouldn't be against putting Miovski and Shimichi up front if that's the case. But I wouldn't want any midfielders injured, because quite light on there, aren't we? Barron's out and stuff like that. No, I would if everybody's fit. I would play the same team. I would play the same team if I was Danny, and go for them. And the team that played against Hearts should get the 3 points. As I say, the only issue I see is the park, and that's what brings them into it. So that's it. I think we'll get the 3 points anyway. But that's just me. I'm always positive, and 9 out of 10 times I'm correct anyway. So to answer your question, Ox, I'd play the same team as Hearts if everybody's fit, mate.
Aye, we'll wait and see. We'll find out at 2 o'clock on Sunday, Robert.
We certainly will. And usually the team selection is one that's always debated, depending on who's named and on the starting 11, who's on the bench. But it will be interesting. He's also said 2 or 3 changes, but that could all change, obviously. Information can get provided through between a press conference and a game on Sunday. So we'll wait and see. But there's enough quality there, mate, that regardless of who is injured, that we've got players on the park that can go and do the job. Ultimately, that's the main thing. There's cover there. I know midfield is light, but if it is a midfielder, then you would obviously imagine it would be you've still got 2 there that play a 4-2-3-1 or this 4-2-2-2 that he plays. So there is still enough players there to cover ground and play the positions. It's not like we need to move people at positions to accommodate.
No. Well, it's intriguing, and when the lineup will be. I think we're all relatively confident, Albert, without being overconfident.
Ox will.
Put it this way,
Will Sterling be back for the game against them? Is he near fit?
There was no names mentioned, mate, and he intimated that somebody could book between 2 and 3 weeks. That was all we got, 1 player, and there's maybe up to 3 changes in the team as we sit the day for Sunday, mate. That was his comments. Albert?
Aye, it's what was the question again? I was thinking of something. He chatted me up. It's aye, we're confident without being overconfident. That's what it was. I mean, the way we're playing, and we should be confident. If it was the start of the league, the start of the season, we'd be going there with tweaky bums. Know what I mean? Because but it's not the start of the season. We've got a settled, something resembling a settled team, and they're starting to. They're not playing brilliant, but they're starting to function, and we're starting to score goals. So, aye, we're reasonably confident. Every reason to be reasonably confident, mate, without being too arrogant and too overconfident about it. Just go and win the battle and get the job done.
Aye. Just a wee announcement. Rangers Radio have been donated 2 tickets for the a Rangers rally. It's been put on next Saturday night, and then it's announced. The entertainment is Robin Keane. I'm sure some people have heard her singing some of the Rangers songs. Very, very good. Big Stevie has kindly donated the 2 tickets, and we'll decide how we're going to get about at the start of the week. What do you think? Maybe have a poetry competition, would you? Robert?
You could drill me out. I can't string a sentence, never mind a poem.
Albert could turn it on at time for the honesty.
Oh, definitely. Definitely don't have a forecast competition anyway. It's Danes are going there.
But thanks to Big Stevie, yeah. For the kind officers, hopefully somebody will get a wee night out on Saturday night. Yes. Robert? A wee night out?
We're going? Where are we going? Under the universe?
No, you've had your turn, mate. The emails are out.
That's getting old now. You've got to get some new partner, Ox. Come on.
No partner, mate. It's factual.
I kind of keep refreshing it every second minute, Eddie.
Just take your hand, mate, if you've not got one yet.
Noted.
Get Katie forward at you.
I will. I'll ask him if he's got one. If he's not got one, then I don't know where it's went.
Trust me, hasn't he? Anyway, he'll be texting me in a second. Right, Bob Gia. Good place, decent players, good manager. Win the game on Sunday, and then the pressure mounts, doesn't it?
Yes, it mounts colossally. Well, but as I say, that's still to come. We've got to get over this hurdle on Sunday. First things first. Then you look beyond that. Oh, we all care what we've got coming up. But I'm looking forward to Sunday to try and get over this. And I'm sure we will. We've got better players than them. It's as simple as that. And I didn't want one of these crappy games where it's nothing each 65 minutes into the game wondering what's going to happen. And their crosses start whipping across your goal mouth. And suddenly, bang, you go a goal down, and then you are under pressure. You get what I mean? We've been in that situation many times. Just get out here on Sunday, go right for it, and try and get the game won in the first half. Easier said than done. Aye, we can that. But we've got better players than them, a better squad. And what I hear is try to analyse who might and might not be injured here. It doesn't matter what team we put in the park. Rangers should always be better than them. So we should be able to overcome this on Sunday, and then we'll take what comes after it. That's the way I'm looking at it. One game at a time.
Ober.
That's it, mate. They can't say any further than that. And if we don't do it that way, we're courting disaster. I can't buy just one game at a time, mate. If you're out of the rest of the season, I know it's boring, I know it's an old cliche, I know all that, but it works. It definitely works if you just concentrate where you're going in front of you without getting overexcited about everything else. Everything else will take care of itself in due time or in due course. But at the moment, we just need to concentrate. We're a good enough team, mate, but we're not that good that we can speculate away at the split and things like that. Just let's go on it. We've done this with Hearts. We just focused on them, beat them. We should have beat Motherwell. Hibs, we didn't play particularly well. We're 10 minutes away from beating Motherwell. Everybody forgets that. Made a wee bit of a pig's ear to the end, but there you go. But the rest of the teams are all the same, mate. The three teams are no brilliant teams. Let's be honest about it, mate. So we've got as much a chance as everybody. Or anybody else, and we've got to just focus. Just keep focused. That's all it'll take. Just keep focused. Livingston, it's a tricky ground, tricky this, tricky that. Doesn't matter. We need to overcome whatever obstacle gets put in front of us. We need to overcome.
Yep. Just made a wee announcement. I'm not sure what the entertainment is for Saturday. The Rangers rally. We'll check that out. The advert was for a previous thing, but it is an event that's planned. They arranged a forum over the course of the season. Robin was the entertainment in August. We'll try and check out and see if she's on Saturday, just to let everybody know. Right, aye, you're spot on, mate. You're spot on, but momentum's a big thing. Is the momentum with us, Josh?
I think the momentum's with us, aye. I think the three challengers, Celtic, Hearts and us, we're playing the best football. We're getting the results. We'll get the best manager. We'll get a manager that is focused and that will have had it rattled into the players. You know what you're playing for. I want to win. And he's getting the results. Okay, he's made a couple of blips against Motherwell. Should Michi have scored 1-1? Yes, but that's what happens. But this is the business part of the season now, and I'm sure and I'm confident that we'll take care of Livingston. Just play the same team as Hearts, and we'll get 3 points, and then we can take care of them and talk all next week during the week about them, how we're going to smash them. And because they're the worst Celtic team that I've ever seen in my life, and I'll repeat it, and I'll repeat it, and I'll repeat it, and my words have came true. We are better than Celtic. We are better than Hearts. We've got a manager that is out with the Motherwell manager, the two best managers in the league. Motherwell are playing the best football in the league, and I just think everything's good about the club. There's no negatives now. we're all looking forward to a Saturday and a Sunday or a midweek game to watch the team, and we've got a chance to win the league, a chance that we never had under that clown Russell Martin back in October and November. Just cherish it, enjoy the football, and be positive and shout on the team, and that's all. That's all I do. And everything that I've said about Rangers way back then has come true. I know we'll beat Celtic, but I know some people say don't be too arrogant, but I just know how my team's playing and how good a quality manager that I've got at my club now. And I can go to my bed and I say thank you, Danny, for coming in and making us all smile during the week. But anyway, look, thank you. Thank you very much. Huh?
I've not quite went that far, but
well, I have, and I can admit it because I love Danny Rowe. I absolutely love Danny Rowe, and I can remember that he gets slated because he was the 4th or 5th choice, and everybody didn't want him. They are absolutely eating humble pie now. What the young man has done, the so-called, our support says he's not got much experience. He's got good experience. If you run about the German league and the German national team, he is putting that into fruition now, and he's making us all stand up and watch and learn. The only battle we've got is if somebody wants to tempt him away. If we win the league this season, that's the only negative I've got, because a big club might come in and go, "Oh, I want you, Danny, to be with us." Do you know what I mean? That's the only negative I've got.
He's on the contract, mate. And the same goes for players, managers, mate. If they don't want to be there, it's time to go. But I prefer I've got to say, I never really thought about a humble pie, Danny Rowe. Maybe Arctic Rowe all be.
Aye. Have we got a choice? Arctic Rowe, aye. It's true, but he was the third choice, mate. I mean, there's no getting away for that. But that didn't matter. It didn't bother him either. He knew that he wasn't the first choice. But we went back and got him. That was the big difference. We went to him to get him back. So, aye, fine. I still think the other choices have been wrong. The wrong choices, personally. No, just been smart because he's doing well now. I don't think Gerrard was the right fit when he's turning and saying, "Well, you think I'm a magician?" No, you're saying, "I don't want you a magician. Just want you to come in and sort the team out." That's all. It's not that difficult. It is that difficult, I suppose. But roles proved beyond doubt it can be done. The good thing about it is Kavanagh rates Rowe. Because I remember him saying there's an edge to him as well. You see the nice guy, he says, but there's an edge to him as well, and I like that. He keeps it in house. You know what I mean? He's going to lose the rag. I think if he lost the rag, it's you need to watch it. He'll not miss you. But he doesn't go down that road too often. He keeps that to when it's absolutely necessary. But aye, third choice or no, he's doing well, mate. He's doing really, really well.
Aye. And there is a connection, Bob Jenner.
Aye, definitely. I mean, I'm glad the Rowe's the manager. Gerrard, you were here before and you walked for the money in Saudi. Looking all the reasons as to why, and family reasons, what have you. But at the end of the day, you were in the job, and I wasn't going to welcome him back with open arms. Muscat, I don't know. To me, he would have been, he'd have been playing long balls all the time. Doesn't matter, he never took the job, the man. He just jumped out at the last minute for whatever reason. And then we had to go and appoint Rowe, go back to Rowe and appoint him. And I'm really, really happy that we've done that, because he has practically turned the club around for an impossible situation. We keep saying it, look where we were then or look where we are now. We're a really, really excellent chance to win the league. And if we can keep it going now, well, he'll be our Messiah. That's what I think. I like him as a manager, I like him as a person. And I think the whole of the support's the same. And we'll see what happens. It's been too long, guys. Too long, as you all obviously know, since Rangers had a trophy. This is your chance to get one or two. It can be done. It's still beyond the bounds of possibility it can be done. and I sincerely hope it can be done. It's been too long, and I hope there's a certain gentleman at the top of Scottish football could turn round at the end of the season and hand Rangers a trophy. Being a local man, that would please me no end. So, well done, Danny. You're our manager, and I'm glad you're our manager. And one of the boys mentioned there, I think it was All Bear, says, I get tempted away with a big club. Well, as you all know, he's at a big club. There's no bigger club. So, all the best to you, Danny. Let's get these points on Sunday on the board. That's the main thing,
Yeah.
All right,
Cheers, Bob. Speak to you soon, brother.
Cheers, Bob.
You surely will. Okay, dub time. I'll catch you later, lads. We are the people. Catch you Sunday. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate. Last word for your good self, Josh. Thanks for coming on. I'm glad, really glad, mate, that things are moving for you personally, mate. Well done. Last word, mate.
Just thanks very much for having me on. Thanks to Robert. Thanks to Albert. Thanks to yourself, Bob. It's been great. Fantastic to get back on. My health's getting better, and I'll be back on more and more because I'm passionate, and I think I'm a good contributor to the football club. Passionate in everything that I talk about Rangers, and thank you very much for having me on. Be safe, and I'm sure, and I've no doubts, we'll get 3 points. Don't worry. On Sunday. Good night, everybody.
Cheers, mate.
Night, mate.
Cheers.
Take care, Josh.
Robert.
Aye, good show, mate. Good to be on with yourself and Albert. Good to hear Josh's news as well. Really good news to hear. Looking forward to Sunday, mate. Another big game, big week in Scottish football, but as long as we get the 3 points, then that's job done.
Yeah, here, mate. You're here. It's all about winning. It's all about winning. Albert.
Simple as that, mate. Aye, it was good to be on with yourself, Robert, Bob, Ger and Josh. And congratulations, Josh, on his good news, mate. That's great. That is good. I started the night off well, good news like that. Looking forward to the game on Sunday. And as you say, just keep on winning. That's all it takes, mate. Just keep on winning.
Yep. Thanks to Ross who joined us. Ross, mad he is. Thanks to Bob Ger and of course Josh for joining us. And you're right, Albert. Josh's news puts everything into perspective. Thanks to Robert and Albert for doing the show. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back at 2 o'clock and Sundays we build up to a victory at Livingston. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Blue.